And we're live.
Well, I mean, I can edit the beginning part.
And we're dead.
Happy Halloween. This is Chris Emsley. He does some of the special effects for me. He is the guy I go to whenever I'm curious about anything horror related. He's a huge horror junkie, movies, literature.
I can quit whenever I want to.
So, we each sort of came up with our own top 10 list.
I want to put it out there, I am not happy with my top 10 list. I didn't have nearly enough time. I have no parameters. There's way too much variety in horror.
So, no,
to
yeah,
say top 10.
It's not necessarily what you think the top 10 most important horror films are, your personal top 10 horror movies, top 10 greatest movies that happen to be horror movies.
I'm not even positive these are my top 10 horror movies, but these are really good ones. I'm willing to put they'd be up there with me.
Yeah, there's no real rhyme or reason to the actual list, as you'll see with my list.
My number one is my number one. I'm comfortable with my number one choice.
Okay, yeah. So just real quick, I'll just say my top 10 through 6. And these are actually in no particular order.
That's fair.
7, which, the David Fincher...
No, we'll work our way up to number 1. Start at 10.
No, but I thought you wanted to do a sentence for each one why they're on the 6 through 10.
Yeah, I know, but you start at...
No, top 10, you start at 10 and you go down to 1.
That's what I was saying, and then you said 7. That's why I was confused.
I said... No, the movie 7 with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman.
Oh!
Yeah, no.
And you're going to leave this in here so I look like a moron.
Yeah, yes. 7. A Bucket of Blood, Beetlejuice, In the Mouth of Madness, and Mr. Brooks.
So, number 10 for me, Cube.
Cube, okay, never seen that one.
It is one of the best paranoid movies ever made.
Okay.
One of the best, not the best, but it's up there. Number 9, The Ring, the American version of The Ring.
The American version of The
Which
Ring.
I actually feel is better than the Japanese version of The Ring. Number 8, In the Mouth of Madness, that's why I was asking where it fell.
Oh, that was in yours too?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a fun movie.
I love that movie so much. Number 7, Rec. Bracket, red dot, R-E-C.
Record,
yeah.
Rec, okay.
Yeah, the one that got remade in the U.S. is Quarantine, but the original Spanish one. And number 6, Alien.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I almost put that
The
on.
original one was horror.
Yeah. So, all right, so then back and forth. Do you want to go first? You're number 5?
Number 5. And this is actually going to fall into your realm because it is one that's got some comedy to it.
Mm-hmm.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, yeah, that's
because
a great movie. Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods deals with all of the horror tropes and actually justifies them being in the movie.
All right. My number 5, I know you would not consider a horror movie, but this movie creeps me out and has stuck with me. Number 5 is a movie called Safe, starring Julianne Moore. It was made in 1995.
You told me about this and I still haven't seen... Wait a minute. Is this Safe Room?
No, just Safe.
Okay.
Everything has to be clean, purified, organic, and it's just you're watching her descent. And it's not like a serial killer or monster. It's like real life, like disturbing, scary, and it's really creepy to watch.
Nice. Number 4, Grave Encounters. Grave Encounters.
Oh, I haven't seen it. But...
It's the reality ghost hunter sort of thing, and at the same time skewering that, because you very much see them when the cameras for their show are off, talking about what utter bullshit they're spewing for the cameras, and they're paying off witnesses to make their stories better.
Okay.
And then it turns into an actual horror film, and it has possibly the best, oh dear God, we cannot ever escape from here moment I have ever seen.
Okay. My number 4, for a long time, this was my default, just best movie ever. Whenever anyone asks me what my favorite movie of all time is, this would be it. Number 4 is Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't argue with Ghostbusters.
No, and when I was a little kid, The Librarian, but more so the zombie in the taxi cab always scared the hell out of me.
For me, it was the dogs. The terror dogs.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, God. When I was a kid, those horrified me. Number 3. And I'm going to kind of cheat and pull an end run with this, but it's one particular one out of a franchise. But even the whole franchise is good.
That's fine.
Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2? Yeah. Oh.
Specifically, Evil Dead 2. Because the original Evil Dead was a pure horror film. Army of Darkness was camp. I mean, it was more pure camp. Evil Dead 2 hit the balance.
Yeah, I think most people consider that the best of the 3.
It was the peak of the trilogy.
And my number 3 is the original The Omen. I hate to say the original Omen. I just want to say The Omen.
Yeah, now
I guess I have to do that with Ghostbusters too now too.
Yeah.
But The Omen I thought was the best of like the
Oh yeah.
religious horror movies, like The Exorcist, Rosemary's Baby. I thought The Omen.
That's
was
a
the
whole
best.
other bigger argument. If you ever want to do a religious horror movies list, we can get into that one. Ju-on the Grudge.
So the Japanese version of.
The Japanese one, the full title was Ju-on the Grudge, but he'd done one before that called Ju-on the Curse, so you have to specify.
Okay.
But
The American's based off The Grudge. The Curse is like a separate movie.
well, it's actually the same guy who made all of these movies. He made Ju-on the Curse and raised money off of that to make Ju-on the Grudge, and then I think it was actually Raimi who hired him to do Americanized Ju-on the Grudge just as The Grudge with Sarah Michelle Gellar and.
So wait, is it like Evil Dead where Ju-on the Grudge is a quasi remake of Ju-on the Curse, or is it a completely separate story? Quasi remake. Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely see he pulled a lot of elements out of The Curse into The Grudge. It's just The Curse he didn't have a budget, and The Grudge he did. And then he did the American The Grudge, still the same director, and he even said in interviews, they told me to dumb it down and put more gore in, and that's what I did.
All right. My number 2 is Night of the Living Dead. I remember I was a bit older when I saw that, but I remember genuinely being creeped out by that. I think like that movie still holds up today.
Oh, absolutely. I do still love the 89 Tom Savini one.
I've never seen that one, but
You're kidding. We'll watch it sometime. And it's not just because, Tom made us all watch it, but I liked it even before that.
all right. Drum roll. Your number 1 horror movie. And you said this is the one you're most satisfied with being on the list.
I'm happy with it on the list, and I'm happy with it on the number 1 position.
Okay.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
John Carpenter's The Thing. Okay.
The special effects, all practicals, still hold up today as better than anything anybody is doing with digital or practicals. It's a glorious movie. When I said earlier Cube is one of the best paranoid movies ever made, John Carpenter's The Thing is the best paranoid movie ever made.
Right. And my number 1, and I would consider this one of my favorite movies of all time, horror, non-horror, Psycho.
Okay.
Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. God, I hate that most of my movies I have to specify the original version.
Most movies of any kind you have to spend.
I would probably put that in my top 20 favorite greatest movies ever made of all time.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I have a list of honorable mentions.
Oh,
You don't even want to get into my honorable mentions.
well, yeah, go ahead and mention a few of your honorable mentions.
You have to mention the icons, the franchises: Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street,
Oh, see, when you
Hellraiser,
say the icons, I'm thinking Frankenstein, Dracula.
Clive Barker's Nightbreed.
Never saw that.
I will make you watch that. There's Prince of Darkness.
Yeah,
for
I
the
did see that.
sheer
That's a good
how
one.
messed up it is. VHS, Trick or Treat.
I have both of those I wanted to see. I haven't seen either of those. All right, well, I don't know. I hope you've got some good horror movie recommendations to watch Halloween or whenever. So, yeah, that's all for this video, I suppose.
You didn't plan out an ending for this at all.
Yeah, the ending was where we each name our number 1 horror movie.